News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM. We are KFYO Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin. It is 7:35 a.m. and 59 degrees, and look who's in the studio here. Mr. Eddie McBride, President and CEO of Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. You have an extra large business card. You can get all that information on the card, or
absolutely. It's real fine print.
It folds 3 or 4 times.
Very, very fine print. Dave, Matt, good morning. How are y'all?
Doing well.
Hey,
How are
we're
you?
doing great.
Good to be here. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for letting me be on the show today.
Always happy to have you on the show. We love hearing about the Chamber of Commerce and all the good things that you guys do, because I'll tell you what, most citizens, and I'm one of them, that are very proud of our Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. You guys have done an excellent job, won a lot of awards, and I think you obviously do a very good job. So we love having you on the show and talking about what you're up to, what's coming up, and so forth and so on.
Well, we enjoy the opportunity, and I tell you, we have there's these seasons we go through. We call them Chamber Fever. We're on the tail end of this season of Chamber Fever. We recognized the top 20 under 40 of our young professionals last week, and the week before that, we had the Legislative Appreciation Lunch, and tomorrow night we're having our Leadership Lubbock. This year, our class of 44 people are graduating, and then April 30th is our annual awards meeting and our 2018 Officer Installation Luncheon. So it's going to be a couple of more things to do this year before we call 2017 over.
Well, we have a lot of business people who listen to this show and listen to KFYO, and they would probably, not all of them are chamber members, but go back again and tell me that program, the 20 under 40.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what they do. We probably have a lot of business listeners to this show who would be interested and perhaps want to join the chamber and participate in some of these programs.
Well, the young professionals, obviously, age 22-40 professionals that are in the workplace, they get together, obviously, to network and relationship build and to do things, obviously, that might help them both in their professional careers as even their personal lives. So it's a great opportunity. They get together several times a month to have a variety of programs and social networking opportunities. So what we do on an annual basis is have a process by which we recognize through a nomination and then a selection process, the top 20 under 40 young professionals in the city of Lubbock. And it's a wide variety of businesses represented, Texas Tech University, a lot of the city of Lubbock had folks represented. So it's a great opportunity, what people to say up-and-comers, but I looked at some of the folks that were there on last week when they were getting their recognition, and I'm sitting there saying they're already leaders. They're not up-and-comers. Mm-hmm. So we're real proud to have a program that obviously helps establish young professionals in the workplace and gives them the opportunity, obviously, to both grow as well as get to know more folks and extend their networking opportunities. So it's a great program. And then our Leadership Lubbock program, which we also do on a yearly basis, is we pick folks from the community, again, through a nomination, application, and selection process. And what they do on an annual basis, not only do they hone their leadership skills, but they get oriented more into the community. And these Leadership Lubbock folks have 9 classes a year, which includes one trip to Austin to learn about state government. What you least like about government is you go down to Austin and learn more about state government. But then they have these various theme days, too. They talk about the medical profession. They talk about education. They talk about youth. And they go to different places around town that help them orient them. Now, that helps them both in their business as well, because all of our programs are business focused. We want folks to help improve their business and their opportunities to create more chances.
Well, that's what the
commerce.
Chamber of Commerce is all about.
Exactly.
Is commerce, is it not?
Yeah. So those particular programs are obviously things that we have direct impact on people's business lives and the individuals that get a chance to come through there. And they're highly competitive. Leadership Lubbock is a highly competitive process. We've been doing it since 1975. And so, obviously, it's one of the programs that the Lubbock Chamber has done well over the years and continues to, or we wouldn't be doing it anymore. So those particular programs are something I think are good to help business people. But another thing we get to do this year on November the 30th is that we get to have our annual awards meeting. And again, what that particular celebration does is gives a chance to recognize at least 5 different categories of folks. We have the Ambassador of the Year is Danny Solis from Workforce Solutions. Our Volunteer of the Year is Kathy Timms from Geiger. And then our Business of the Year is Bayer Crop Science, FiberMax. You know, it's a
Wow.
pretty important work that they're doing for both research as well as what they're putting in the cotton seed delinen factory or the building out at North Lubbock. You know, that's going to be a $150 million input. And
their association financially and otherwise with Texas Tech.
They have a huge research that they do with Texas Tech, and also the Bayer Bayer Ag Museum is a huge outgrowth of their efforts and everything. And then we also have the Entrepreneur of the Year, and this year it's Shara Konechny from Piper, and just real proud. And all of these folks have deep relations with the Chamber of Commerce as well and the business community. And then last but not least, Chris Longren from Schlotzsky's is our Business Person of the Year. So on November 30th, not only do we get to recognize those individuals and their businesses, but we also are going to install our 28 Chairman Corey Powell and the 28 officers that day as well. So it's going to be a great opportunity if folks want to come and talk about that.
Okay, let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this break with more with Eddie McBride from the Chamber. News Talk, 95.1 FM and 790 AM. We are KFYO Mornings with Dave King and Matt Martin. It is 7:46 AM, and we're visiting this morning with Eddie McBride, the president and CEO of the Lubbock Chamber of Commerce. Good morning again, Eddie, and we're talking about Small Business Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Duh.
The Saturday after Thanksgiving, Dave, is the declared day for Shop Small Business Saturday. Of course, you got Black Friday, but Small Business Saturday is where we're trying to get everybody to shop local, shop small.
Local businesses.
Go to your entrepreneurs and the small businesses in town and save all the money from shopping on any other day and shop that day. Because, you know, folks don't remember always, you know, we were talking about off air about all these online purchases and stuff, and people don't realize that every time you shop local, that money comes back to the community. Whenever you shop, whenever you have a business that makes a lot of money, you know, through the revenue generated from the sales to us, then they pay higher taxes, and the higher taxes go back to the city and the state, and then comes back to the city and the county, and it helps pay for county governments. It helps pay for fire and law protection,
education,
law enforcement, and all of our public education that's supported by tax dollars. So that financial cycle, if you will, that economic, you know, wealth that is developed from the sales of those comes back to us, and so that's why we really push Shop Small on Saturday, November the 25th.
It's not only that. When you pay the company that's local, they're paying their employees that are local. They're all spending all of their money local, and they're buying stuff local. So most of that money stays in Lubbock or the surrounding areas. So.
And like you said, not only through their families, but they're able to buy houses, buy cars. They send their kids to school. So it's a cycle that we forget sometimes. Yeah, you know, we complain about paying taxes and everything, but businesses in the state of Texas pay over 60% of all the taxes that are collected in this state. And that's huge. Businesses, folks don't realize how important businesses are to the economic cycles that our communities go through. So that's why we really want people to remember to shop small, shop local. You know, we don't have a whole lot of shop local programs because obviously that we don't have a lot of competition outside of Lubbock. I mean, you might want to drive to Midland or some of the other smaller towns around here. We certainly encourage people to shop wherever they want to, but nonetheless, we certainly encourage folks to buy from our businesses. And I think another segue to that is in January, we've moved our Business Expo from May, that used to be in May. We've moved our Business Expo up to January 19th. It's something that we did to try to change the opportunity for folks to come out and exhibit their business. Business Expo is the largest trade show on the South Plains. We'll have over 7,000 people attend, and we'll have 200-plus businesses that are there. And we just want to remind everybody that because we've changed the time and the date that we need everybody to remember to get signed up for the Business Expo if they're wanting to come to the Business Expo. It'll be at the Lubbock Memorial Civic Center. It's on a Friday. So we're changing a lot of things around to make it a little bit more advantageous to people to both exhibit at as well as attend. So, which is good news.
Well, I know that your barbecue day was spectacular. I'm thinking you guys ought to put together a winter event. Maybe call it Taco Day, something you could do inside the Civic Center.
And have all the winners come and present their wares there. Well, Dave, we're actually trying to figure out when to put it on next year. The football schedule is out, and we're trying to figure out exactly what day in September or October that we can put it on. So I'll bet you within the next couple of weeks we'll know what day it is. So we'll make sure we tell you in December.
That's your most popular day, popular event.
It's gotten
of the year,
it's gotten to be the Business Expo and of course the barbecue has become now an uncorked wine event. In April is going to be very popular, growing in popularity. That's going to be on April 27th next year.
It's going to involve all the local wineries.
Yes, sir.
That's one of my favorite events. I'll just throw it out there.
Well, listen, my wife and I were over in Albuquerque here a few weeks ago, maybe probably a month and a half ago. And, man, they were having a wine event from their local wineries, and it was enormous, enormous. They had thousands of people that were going to these. And I thought, man, we need something like that in Lubbock. Now, they not only just had wine tasting tables, but there was people, food vendors, the cheese, things that kind of go with wine. We need something on that scale here in Lubbock. I mean, we certainly, I think, have more notable wineries than they probably do in Albuquerque.
I'm not about to compare Texas wines to New Mexico wines because I don't think it'd be much comparison. But I do know we get some grapes from New Mexico, so I'll be careful about that. But we want to celebrate Texas, and Matt knows about our event.
Yeah,
we have the largest. Terry County, the largest.
Oh, we
county
have over 80% of the grapes that are vented in Texas grows on the South Plains, High Plains of Texas.
What I was about to say is I bet a lot of those wineries in New Mexico get grapes from Texas as well.
I guarantee it. Yes. So, yeah, because we have so many grapes here that we actually produce. But we are putting that on. We've only had 2 years, Dave. We got next year is going to be our third year, and I guarantee it. It's going to continue growing. It didn't quite double from 16 to 17, but darn near double.
Yeah. Well, it needs to. We're grape central here.
We're doing it.
Wine central.
Well, we did it primarily to celebrate both the grape grower as well as the wine venter, as well as those who like me like to drink wine.
Listen, that's the music. We got to go. We're sure glad that you came out this morning, and you'll be back next month.
Yes, sir.
All right. 7:52 a.m. We'll take a break and be right back.